Ready? Okay, so I believe you know what to do.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's describe me Singapore.
Hello everybody, my name's AKIFAH. Today I am going to tell you about Lion Country. It is one of countries in Asia. It is Singapore. So Singapore also is one of the most advanced country in Asia. Even though Singapore is smaller than Indonesia. Singapore offers the greatest international airport, which is Changi Airport. That benefits Singapore become richer. Because of that, the sustainability of economy in Singapore is stronger than Indonesia. Singapore is a vibrant, bustling city. It is known with its hustle bustle. And beside that, Singapore consists of diversity of people who comes from Malay, Indian, and Chinese. But Chinese is more dominated than another tribes. Indonesia is more diversity than Singapore. And people in Singapore is more individualistic and more independent than Singapore. Not only that, Singapore has a diversity of food, such as Malay food, Chinese food, and Indian food. But the most authentic food in Singapore is Singapore laksa. Usually, the tourists come to Singapore want to try the laksa Singapore because it is best ever. And Singapore as beautiful as the name because Singapore has many tourist destinations like Sentosa Island and then the zoo, Marina Bay, and National Museum of Singapore. We can wander around Singapore with one of the transportation in Singapore. It is MRT. The ticket is quite expensive. So transportation in Indonesia is more cheaper than transportation in Singapore. Then, Mr.
Okay, now you go to the point 2, compare Indonesia and Singapore.
Oh.
Do you want to take note? You should take note actually. No, you cannot count in your mind. Take a picture.
In my opinion, Singapore is more advanced than Indonesia.
Right. Do you know? I stated in the instruction. You describe or you make comparison in 3 sectors. Okay, what is the first sector you want to compare?
The airport.
The airport. Okay, the airport. Yeah.
So the airport in Singapore is more interesting than Indonesia. Because of that, many tourists come to Singapore.
So they can't because of the airport.
Some people because in the airport of Singapore we not only see the
Airplanes.
the airplane, but we can see also but in there also there is hotels, and then there is playground, like playground for the children.
Okay.
And
we don't have the airport like that in Indonesia.
In Indonesia has that, but not amazing like Singapore. And besides that, the interesting one, Singapore has train inside the airport.
Okay.
Yeah. And the tourists can what name, Mister?
Get on.
Get on the train.
Okay. That's the airport, yeah? Okay. The second sector you want to compare?
The facility.
Okay. Like infrastructure, actually. Infrastructure.
Yeah. So in Singapore, the infrastructure is the most greatest.
Yeah.
The greatest infrastructure in Asia, in my opinion. And because, like, for example, like the transportation in Singapore, like MRT, it's really nice. That is nicer than Indonesia.
The what?
The transportation is.
Transportation.
Yeah.
In which way you could say it's nicer?
Because if we want to use the MRT, we just like use the card.
We have it also in Indonesia using the card.
But more
what?
amazing.
More amazing.
Yeah, because we can see the good scenery. But in Indonesia, there is no, I think.
We do have it. Some of the trains goes through the rice field and some hills.
Yeah,
beautiful as well.
but just so.
Just so.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, one more.
The education.
Education.
We can see Indonesia. No, we can see Singapore. In Singapore, there are many tourists not only come to Singapore to travel, but they also want to study in there. And not only that, usually some student from Indonesia that is exchange student in Singapore. So because of that, Singapore is smarter than people in Indonesia.
Because of what?
Because
What?
because in Singapore,
You just now said that okay, there are people studying that, and then there are some exchange program, and because of that, what does it mean by because of that? Because of what?
because education in Singapore it's more prominent than
I
Indonesia.
know. What is the base to say that they are more prominent? What makes it more prominent?
One of the examples like the university in Singapore masuk what Mister?
Masuk?
Masuk
Registration?
registration
Mm-hmm.
the best university in the world.
The best? Or you mean categorized as one of the best universities?
Yeah.
What is the name of university? Did you just like
News.
tell, or you know that is the best, one of the best university in Singapore?
Yeah.
What is the name? You know it, but you forget.
Yeah. News. But I don't know the.
Okay, so you state that we can say it is more prominent because there is one categorized best universities in the world in Singapore.
Yeah.
Can be. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Now tell me the third section. What is your suggestion for better Indonesia?
So I will tell my suggestion for Indonesia. In my opinion, Indonesia can use Singapore as
Can what?
can use Singapore
Can use.
can
What do you mean?
can make
Can make.
can make Singapore as an inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And beside that, I think the president of Indonesia need to what bahasa Inggris?
Destroy, vanish. Destroy, vanish, maybe vanish.
Destroy the corruptor in Indonesia. And then Indonesia also can pay the debt first.
Indonesia can pay the debt first.
Yeah,
What happened with the debt?
debt.
Debt. We call that debt.
Debt.
D-E-B-T, right? There's a D. We don't sound the B. We say debt.
Debt.
What happened with the debt?
It's just like what number money?
It gives burden.
It's
It gives a burden.
it's give burden to the
So we have to pay all the debt first.
yeah and at first just
Minimize, decrease.
yeah.
Okay, good. Do you believe that every country has a debt? Or you think there is a country with no debt?
I believe, but not many like Indonesia.
So you know that Indonesia has a lot of
Yeah.
debt. Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, because we can see that there are many.
Okay,
I
see.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you agree if, let's say, Singapore is one of the greatest country?
Singapore.
Mm.
I I agree with that statement because
What is the most outstanding sector that makes Singapore well known in the world?
in my opinion, the airport because
The airport.
yeah,
Okay.
because many tourists come to
Singapore
Singapore.
to see the airport.
Yeah, and
Tell me,
yeah,
logically,
yeah.
you go to Singapore, you buy, let's say, a big money off the plane just to see the airport. Really?
No, I mean like inside the airport there are many destinations also, like the waterfall.
Okay. So people go there to see the waterfall.
No, yes also, but usually that airport is one of the destinations for the tourists.
Do you think there is a person just to visit Singapore just want to see the airport? Or they actually have a plan to walk around?
Walk around.
Of course.
Of
So the airport
course.
is not the main destination, right?
Yeah.
But yes, they have one of the greatest airport in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. In Singapore, they have 3 tribes:
Yeah.
Chinese,
Chinese,
Malay,
Malay,
and
and
Indian.
Indian.
How many tribes does Indonesia have? Many.
Many.
But why, with this many and tons of tribes, we cannot be stronger? There's not only 3. They can be bigger and stronger. We have tons of it. We have dozens of it. But why we're not stronger? The airport, let's say, they only have 1. We have how many airports in Indonesia?
Many.
A lot.
Yeah.
Why don't we become that big?
Because the development not to understand how to save how to make the sustainability of economy in Indonesia.
Interesting. For example,
For example, like
so you are saying there is a chance for us to be big with this tons of diversity.
huh?
So you are saying that there is a chance for us to be as big as Singapore with this tons of diversity. You compare 3 with 10, which one win?
10.
Imagine 10 means like we have 10 tribes. Singapore only has 3. Why we cannot be big? If your point just now about development, I think we are having development. We are ongoing with that. We have more types of people, more types of food, more diversity. Why we cannot be big?
Okay.
Just in your point of view.
Because some like I said before, people in Singapore is more independent than Indonesia. So like maybe Indonesia
Indonesia?
Indonesia
Okay, now what is just question? Tell me the last question, yeah?
Yeah.
That's okay. Tell me your most memorable moment in life.
Memorable moment.
When was it?
When I was kid, I went to Jogja with my family, with my full family. So that my first time go to out city with my full member of family. So I went many places, not only Jogja, but I also went to the solo by car with my family, and I got many moments with them in there. One of the place
Just not posted. One of the places.
one of the places I went is Candi Borobudur. And we felt really hot because of
Really?
real hot because of the weather in there. But in there, I would see many watching drama souvenir, and I buy some for my friends in Bangka. But even though I felt very happy, but I felt really sad also because I went to Jogja also for my brother, because my brother want to school in there.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.